Hello, students. Today we are going to discuss about some neuropsychology topics. Do you know what is neuropsychology? Neuropsychology is a branch of psychology that deals with neural basis of behavior. It majorly deals with the relationship between brain and behavior. What is nervous system? Nervous system is the neural network of the body that transmit the nerve impulses in between different parts of the body. The processing center of the nervous system is known as central nervous system. It consists of brain and spinal cord. The brain and spinal cord communicate with the other parts of the body through peripheral nervous system. The peripheral nervous system can be divided into somatic and autonomic. The somatic nervous system deals with the voluntary functions of the body, such as walking, chewing, smelling, etc. The autonomic nervous system deals with the involuntary functions of the body, such as pulse, heartbeat, breathing, etc. Autonomic nervous system is again divided into sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. It carry out the fight or flight responses of the body. Do you know what is fight or flight response? Imagine you are walking in a street and suddenly you saw a snake. You will get panicked, right? In this situation, your behavior responses will be either you will take a stick and fight with the snake or you will run away from the situation. This is known as fight or flight responses. During this time, your body will undergo certain changes, such as your heartbeat will rise, pupils will dilate, digestion will stops, salivation will stops, etc. These functions are carried out by sympathetic nervous system. So, sympathetic nervous system prepares your body to react during dangerous situations. How do you feel after you pass through this situation? You will feel more relaxed, right? So, to restore the equilibrium of the body, your body will undergo certain changes, like slow down the heartbeat, constrict the pupil, and stimulate the digestion and saliva production. These functions are carried out by the parasympathetic nervous system. So, parasympathetic nervous system prepares the body to bring resting position. Can you tell me which emotion is related to fight or flight response? Yes, it is fear. How we interpret emotions. According James Lang theory of emotion, first, our hypothalamus identifies the situation as dangerous. Hypothalamus passes this information to sympathetic nervous system, and it releases adrenaline to the bloodstream. Adrenaline changes the body from normal state to arousal state. So the brain interpret these arousals and identify the emotions what we feel. Okay, let's talk about synaptic transmission. We know that nervous system is made up of a group of specialized cells known as neurons. A neuron cell consists of a cell body called soma with nucleus, dendrites to carry out the signals from nearby neurons, axon to carry the messages from dendrites to synapse. Above axon, myelin sheath will be there to protect axon and speed up the signal transmission, and axon tips to communicate with the nearby neurons. Neurons communicate with each other by transmitting information in the form of electrical signals known as impulses. During the resting period, the inside of the neuron is negatively charged compared to the outside. However, when a stimulus arrives, the electrical charge changes. This rapid change in the membrane potential, occurring for a brief moment, is known as an action potential. It creates an electrical impulse, which then passes to nearby neurons. The junction between two neurons is called a synapse. Electrical impulses pass through this synapse. The neuron that transmits the impulse to the synapse is known as the presynaptic neuron, while the neuron that receives the impulse is called the postsynaptic neuron. Electrical impulses are transmitted from the presynaptic neuron to the postsynaptic neuron by releasing chemical substances into the synaptic cleft, known as neurotransmitters. Neurotransmitters are stored in the synaptic vesicles at the tips of the axon. When an electrical impulse arrives, neurotransmitters are released by the presynaptic neuron into the gap between neurons, called the synaptic cleft. These neurotransmitters then bind to the receptor sites on the postsynaptic neuron, allowing signal transmission to occur. This process is known as synaptic transmission. After synaptic transmission, any excess neurotransmitter is reabsorbed, reuptake by the presynaptic neuron, so it can be used again. When we learn a new information or skills, it creates a neural connection. When we use this information more frequently, they become stronger. So, I hope you got the reason for why we remember and forget. The less we use the learned information, the weaker the neural connection will be. So through this, the brain can adapt, change, and form new neural connections at any age by experience. This characteristics of brain is known as brain plasticity. The learning creates a temporary trace in the brain. It can be permanent by how frequently we use this information. This temporary trace is known as engram. So, that's the video, guys. We have a lot to discuss about the areas of brain which influences different behavior. We will discuss that on part 2 video. If you have any doubts or suggestions, just comment below and smash the like button. And subscribe our channel for more psychology-related videos. See you on next video. Bye.